Good morning, everyone. Thank you for having me here. My name is Gregor Gilmour. I am 32 years old, and I am from North Manchester. I started off on my AAC journey, like most other non-speaking infants, with picture charts. I then moved on to a communication book, or PICS book as they are known. This worked really well, but as my vocabulary grew, so did the book, and it became very heavy to carry around. Or so I'm told anyway. I have had a mixture of mainstream and specialist education. I went to a specialist nursery, where I met a not-so-nice speech therapist who told me and my parents that I had no understanding. I would never be able to use a communication aid, and I would never get any form of education. I would love to see her today and say not only can I use a communication aid, I also have qualifications and a job. Not bad for someone who would never be able to do anything. The nursery and primary school did, however, have an amazing speech therapy assistant who could see that I was more than capable of using a device. I started off with 4 cells, switch scanning, and built up from there. I think I was 6 when I got my first device. It was a Dynavox, and I accessed it via switch scanning. When I was in year 5, I had the reading age for a 16-year-old. So the headmaster told my parents they should move me into mainstream school. My mum knew from a young age that I could read, as when she was reading to me, I would kick her when she got a word wrong. I enjoyed being in mainstream school and decided to go to mainstream high school. When it got to year 10, I dropped a lot of subjects, so I could concentrate on the important ones, like maths, English, science, and I even did Spanish. I understood the work. My struggle was that I was switch scanning, and it took me forever to complete my work. After school, I went to my local college to study business. I did level 1 and 2, but we all decided level 3 would be too much, not because I didn't understand it, but because of the time. When doing my level 2, I remember one Christmas holiday when I had 24 pieces of work to do, and I felt like giving up. I took a break and went to Beaumont College in Lancaster, which is a specialist residential college, where something happened that changed my life. As I said, I was a switch scanner from the age of 6. So when I went to Beaumont, I had been head switching for over a decade. This worked and I could communicate, but it was slow and used to make my neck hurt. I worked with the speech therapy team to look at access methods that would speed up my speech and stop the pains in my neck from switching. I had always been told that I did not have the hand function for direct access. I tried eye gaze, but it was not for me. We finally settled on the accent 1200 with a key guard. My control sentence was now 4 times faster. This opened up a whole new world of work and higher education. I have had many achievements that I am proud of over the years. Being a one-voice role model and trustee was something that I was proud of. If you are not aware, One Voice is a charity for young AAC users and their families. They have a stand in the exhibitions, so please check them out. I went to the first ever One Voice event when I was 6. It was held in Blackpool. I thought it was amazing seeing all the older AACUs as leading fulfilling lives. So it's nice that I can now be a role model to the younger ones. I was also a trustee for a few years, but I decided to step down when I got promoted to co-manager at work. Another amazing milestone in my life. I have won many awards for my work as an AAC mentor, such as the Pearson Young Person of the Year 2016 to 2017, and the Mentor Service has won at the Communication Matters Awards. Furthering my education and bettering myself is important to me. So I decided to redo my English GCSE to get a C. This was really hard and took 5 years, but I actually ended up with a B. So that was a proud moment. My advice for anyone working with AAC users is be patient. Give them time, don't overload them with too much. And be positive. Negative attitudes create negative outcomes. Here is a letter that I gave to the high school when I started there, to help them understand me. I think it has a few useful tips. In school, what helped me was having people who believed in me and pushed me to reach my potential, being given extra time, and being able to take work home. Also getting the work the day before, so that I could ensure I had the vocab on my device to enable me to participate. I had one teacher in college when I was doing English GCSE who used to type up all the worksheets or pages from workbooks onto Word documents so that I could participate in class independently without a scribe. I was really grateful for this, as it must have taken up a lot of her spare time. As I said, furthering my education is very important to me. Since leaving school, I have business level 1 and 2. English GCSE, IT Level 1. And since becoming a mentor, I have done lots of short courses to help with my roles such as counseling, assertiveness, mental health, employability, and leadership, to name but a few. I think it is good to always work on your self-development. As well as educating myself, I like to be involved with projects. I work with Manchester Metropolitan University on research projects and training packages. I deliver speeches in universities and conferences. I do a lot of work with communication matters. I work as an AT mentor at ATtherapy. I have been mentoring for about 12 years and have worked for ATtherapy for nearly 10 years. I love being a mentor ever since I was a small child. At One Voice, I knew I wanted to do something to help others. I even did my business plan on mentoring when I was at college. I like that I can use my lived experience to help others. And I can inspire younger AAC users and their families. I think it is important for AAC users to meet other AAC users, as it shows them that they are not on their own. AAC users, especially in mainstream schools, have little chance of meeting other AAC users, and it can feel quite isolating for them, being different in school. Having someone else like them coming into their school can be a real confidence boost, and we can raise awareness of AAC amongst their peers. I also do training in the home and school to support staff and teachers on how to be a good communication partner. I started mentoring on a voluntary basis in schools and colleges before being approached by ATtherapy. I would love to tell you more about my mentoring career, but we're running out of time. If you would like to find out more, please come to my session later to find out about my journey from mentor to manager and what being an AT mentor involves. Thank you for listening. Do you have any questions?